Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. TrentIsMyAgent.com. Snowfall totals less in the north, more in the southwest. Last night and early this morning, anywhere from a trace here at Rochester to half-inch Flora. Randy Rogers east of Frankfort had a half an inch, but 1 inch in Frankfort. Mainly around an inch over a lot of greater Lafayette, 1.5 inches Fowler, as well as Pence and Pine Village to Jim here in Kentland. 0.8 at Lake Village, almost an inch at Rensselaer. And then the higher totals, Lebanon, here to Crawfordsville, we had 2.3 inches, 6 miles southeast of Crawfordsville from National Weather Service Co-op Observer, and as much as 3.5 inches down in southern Vermilion County. We've got another clipper that's going to bring more in the way of snow area-wide come tomorrow with brutally cold weather, some blowing and drifting. Not going to be major blowing and drifting, but more so than what we had last night or this morning, which was very minor. Dangerous wind chills. This is going to be a big deal Saturday night into Sunday, and especially on Sunday morning before the pattern completely changes. Still does not look like a white Christmas. Warm and wet weather down the road. Well, it's kind of variable clouds right now. Some places have a lot of sun, other areas are overcast. It's overcast here, Browns Valley, Montgomery County, and at Lake Psychic here on 24, with temperatures running anywhere from 26 to actually 36, warming up with the sun at Rockville, 32 at Flora, but it's 28 at Fowler, and we're holding at 26 at Kentland. So some holes in the low clouds over the forecast area now. There is a weak little shortwave, a little disturbance that will pivot through this evening and tonight. May bring a few scattered snow showers and flurries. A few localized very light dustings are possible, but the main system is still well off to our west and northwest. That's the clipper that comes in tomorrow, and that's the one that produces all this snow through tomorrow late morning and right through the afternoon before it tapers early tomorrow night, along with some of that blowing and drifting, because the snow is going to be dry, fluffy to powdery, and it's going to easily blow around with some of the gusts tomorrow night, about 27 to 35 miles an hour, and a deep snow growth zone. This color here indicates more than 12,000 feet of great conditions for making snow crystals. So to make snowflakes, you gotta have it cold. The ideal temperature, 0 to 10. And if you've got the moisture, the relative humidity is 90% or better in that 0 to 10 zone, and you've got a lifting mechanism in that zone, you're going to produce good, efficient snowfall production. And the thing is, in these situations, your snowfall ratio, especially when it's going to be as cold as it is tomorrow, your snowfall ratios can be 20 to 1. So we can squeeze out 2 inches of snow from 1/10 of an inch of liquid. Typically, we could only get 1 inch out of that. So in this case, we're going to be able to squeeze out quite a bit of snow from a lesser amount of water. Nonetheless, you see what the modeling is doing here. Here's our forecast area. There's the banding of snow across our region through Illinois and all the way to Ohio. Now, once this does go through, the big story will be the cold, and the snow will enhance the cold because it will be a pretty sufficient depth. If we look here, this is kind of what I'm thinking right now. Once you get north of Peru, up around Royal Center, 12-mile Monon, Rensselaer, Morocco, and northward, I kind of went 1 to 3. 1 to 3 inches of snow. 3 to 5 inches from Monticello, Deer Creek, Kokomo, the Grissom Air Reserve Base to Tipton, Frankfort, Lafayette, Battleground area, all the way back to Fowler and Ambia, Tab, Stewart, Pine Village, 3 to 5. There's going to be an area of enhanced banding. And right now it appears that's going to be just south of Attica, Covington, Crawfordsville, Thorntown, Lebanon. This would include New Richmond, Waveland, also areas north of Rockville like Cayuga and Newport in this. That's 5 to 8 inches of snow, and then 3 to 5 towards Rockville, Indiana. Is it possible that the 5 to 8 inch banding moves north? It could. We'll have to keep an eye on it. It's awfully tight here. But you get the idea. This is going to be a bigger snow than what we had last night and early this morning. And then some lake effect snow showers, perhaps into Sunday in our northeastern counties. Otherwise, some clouds with a good amount of sunshine, but it's not going to help us warm up. But that Arctic high pulls away. Note the tight lines, and they're all kind of oriented this way, indicating a strong southwest wind. So a big warm up coming next week. And with that warm up, eventually we're going to get some showers in here. And the thinking is we're going to have a few rounds of showers before Christmas, and then likely have a round of showers, even some thunder around Christmas Eve. And then it still appears on Christmas Day itself, the warmest weather of the day might be in the morning, where we're in the 40s, and then we should fall into the 30s in the afternoon with a northwest wind and kind of cloudy skies, and then we'll bounce right back. In fact, a couple days after Christmas, we're back to the 50s. And I think with this kind of warmth we've got coming in, there will be some places between now and New Year's that do get into the 60s, do get into the low 60s, even pushing near record warm levels here, as we are bathed in temperatures way above normal for a while before the one burst of cold comes in early January, around New Year's or just after. And we'll probably have a clipper system with some snow with that one. Then we get a break where it warms up, and then this comes in. Piece of the polar vortex, which will be very loose and flaccid, comes down, temperatures way below normal, perhaps 35, 40 degrees below normal. We're talking daily highs below zero. In some places dropping to 20 below for an actual air temperature. And not only will this happen once, but twice. I think it's going to happen mid-January. Then we warm up again, we thaw. And then we have another one very end of January to early February. And those two cold blasts will likely be the coldest of the winter. And we're going to lay down snow. You know, after that little clipper in early January, we'll probably have a significant snow in mid-January to enhance the cold. And then we'll probably have another snow with the other cold wave as we end January and start February. But between the two polar vortex events, we've got ice jam risk because the streams will be frozen over, and then all of a sudden it rains and temperatures rise above normal, and we push the cold back to the northwest. Now, tonight and into tomorrow. So tonight we're in the 20s, we fall into the teens late, and that's where we begin tomorrow. 17 at 8 o'clock in the morning, but look what the temperature does through the day. That's rough. We're down to 7 by 7 tomorrow evening, 11 at 3 with the snow and kind of breezy conditions, so bitter tomorrow. And with that snow coming down, the blowing and drifting, kind of a tough winter day actually. 9 at 3 p.m. at Monticello. It'll be 10 at Rochester, 12 Attica, 14 Crawfordsville. The cold will be coming in from the northwest, and wind chills 10 below zero to 4 below zero in the afternoon. It'll feel colder in the afternoon than it will in the morning. On Sunday, a few lake effect snow showers in the northeast for part of the day. Otherwise, a lot of wind, gusts 26 to 35 Saturday night to Sunday, mainly in the morning to midday hours with some blowing and drifting. But 5 below zero will be the low temperature on Sunday morning. And then look at the high of 8 in the afternoon. Your high is only running about 6 to 11 degrees. Look at the wind chills on Sunday morning. Running about 27 below zero to 18 below zero. And then even in the PM, you've got wind chills 12 below to 4 below. So rough Sunday, cold, good day to sit and watch football or basketball inside. 24 Monday, breezy. Now, one thing I meant to do Monday is put a 20% pop for a few snow showers in our north. I had 30% for that yesterday, but Monday, warm front comes through. In the north, there could be a few snow showers. It's 6 below in the morning, though, but look at that. 35 Tuesday, 46 Wednesday, 50 Thursday, showers Friday, 52, a hair cooler Saturday, and then we're back well into the 50s a week from Sunday and Monday.